let's talk about the elephant in the room. The goals. The streak continues, all right? And what's happened is this particular week, I feel like perhaps the goal that I came up with as a reward, at the end of the week, that if we hit all these goals all week, that I would go and get some gourmet cookies and throw on my Halloween costume from like 3 years ago just to be silly because it's Halloween month and eat gourmet cookies as a Cookie Monster. Some people thought it was funny and interesting and others didn't. And I think people are like, nah, at this point, it's not that good of an idea. It was a really rough day yesterday hitting these goals. Like, for example, on the first stream, we were not even close to hitting the goal. And then, boom, last minute, someone did a ginormous tip of over $70, and we hit the goal, and we got to goal hit 26. And then last night, on the WWE Champions stream, which traditionally we never have issue hitting the goal because people want to see me do a mega pull during the show, we didn't hit the goal during the stream. But then when I went to film the daily wrap, all of a sudden, someone dropped a giant tip, and we hit the goal again. So if basically the only way I can hit the goals is because of Hail Mary last-minute tips, it basically means that people aren't liking the idea for the week.
Polish Frog says, do you think some people wait till the end of the stream to contribute to keep in suspense for the vest streak similar to Minecraft streams? I have no idea. I don't know how people think. Truth is, for the Minecraft streams, I think you're right. I think the reason people waited to the end is because they wanted to be the top contributor. So they didn't want to do a smaller contribution and then have it get beaten 10 times during the stream. See what I mean? You wait till the end, then a few people would just go boom, 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 and try to be top contributor. There's no top contributor goal here tonight. It's just hitting the vest goal. So there's literally not a reason to wait till the end of the stream.
And I get that. But at the same time, as that's going on, no exaggeration, I'm receiving threats about wanting to do this goal and getting these cookies. I'm serious. I wish this was a joke. It's not. I'm going to show you. We had a night last night where it didn't even basically get enough support for a pull, and that's surprising.
That kind of shocked me.
Like, I think that a huge part of the gimmick of WWE Champions is that people want to see me do a mega pull and see if I can get the new character or whatever. And there was a new zombie. It was Zombie Bailey, and she's actually one of the best females in the game. And the support just didn't happen. But there's other chill gaming we can do. We had Stardew Valley going on. We have other games that we can either add or we can bring back, right? It doesn't always have to be WWE Champions. Perhaps the WWE Champions meme is dying out. I don't know. Here again, that's the thing. When something is new and fresh and different, it gets interest. When it becomes regular, well, it's not special anymore. And then it kind of falls out of prominence, right? The whole meme of me playing WWE Champions worked when it was such a taboo thing. Oh my God, Phil is admitting he plays the game. Are you kidding me? He's actually going to play it on stream and he's going to spend money on the game publicly, right? So that was the gimmick. But now it's been a regular thing. And it seems like perhaps the interest in it is waning and falling down now, right? So, I'm not saying right now that I want to quit it, but at the same time, if I do a second stream on Wednesday and it's slow again, then I think that's it, right? You know what I'm saying? I guess let's see what happens, all right? Let's see what happens on Wednesday. Again, I don't want to say, oh, the sky is falling. There was one stream we didn't hit the goal, and that's the end of it or anything like that. But you got to understand, that's the whole point of me doing it, is to get that kind of momentum, to get people excited for it. And if the excitement's dead, then why am I doing it when I have other things I could be doing that people want? As you know, yesterday I announced that our goal for the week would be thus. If we continue to hit the daily goals, or I should say the stream goals, because we have 2 a day, right? And we keep the streak up, that this Friday, just like last week where I did the Chicken Big Mac, I would actually get some cookies from a local business called Crave that's like right across the street from me. And I would order like a multi-pack of gourmet cookies from there. And I would dress up like the Cookie Monster to be silly because it's Halloween month, It's actually a Halloween costume I had like 3 years ago. But I would toss it on, and I would try out these gourmet cookies and rate them for you guys. And I thought that it would be a fun event. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Okay, admittedly. Yesterday we had a rough time hitting the goals. So maybe it's just that people just don't like this idea. But the reaction of my detractors towards this is so fucking unhinged, you won't even believe it. You ready for this? Because I wasn't ready for this. All right? So FYI, someone made a parody Twitter account. What they're doing is they're basically trying to take all detractor shit and post it in one place so people can look at this and see how deranged my detractors are. Okay? So I actually just stumbled upon this account this morning as I was looking for news to talk about. Are you ready for this? So here we go. I swear to you, I have not made this up, and I swear to you, this is genuine and legit. Okay? So this is the account, and what they're doing, like I said, they are summarizing detractor posts and things like that in one spot, and they're they're basically acting positive about them, when in reality, you can tell what they're trying to do is expose how insane they are. But it's funny because they always act like it's, real news, exciting news. Okay? So take a look at this. Massive DSP news alert. They call me DSP wants to eat cookies, and he may or may not get jumped by Grimner the Geek on the way to get those cookies. What the fuck? Who knew that buying cookies could be so dangerous? Here's the actual post by Grimner the Geek. So DSP's latest goal is for some cookies from Crave across the road from his place. Interesting decision, especially when you know someone who works there. He will be in for a surprise for sure if he gets his goals this week. Ha ha. So how exactly am I supposed to react to this? Right? Like there's many different ways you can react to something like, number one, you could just ignore it completely, not even bring it up, and say, this guy's just some kind of a dickless wonder here on the internet. He's talking shit because, he's an asshole, but he's not going to do anything, right? That you could approach it that way, right? Number two, you could take it ultra seriously and be like, oh my God, someone's threatening me on the internet. This is awful. They're saying they're going to do something when I go to pick up cookies later in the week, and this is unacceptable behavior, and everyone should get this guy in trouble, and blah, blah, blah. So that's like the two extremes, right? One would be completely ignore it and don't address it at all whatsoever. And then the other is, completely take it seriously, over the top, 100% believe that it's true, right? I tend to land somewhere in the middle, all right? In reality, when I read that post from this Grimnir the Geek, who obviously is an unhinged, mentally stunted individual, right? This is the dumbest fucking thing we ever heard, and this guy thinks it's like something to brag about on a stream, but that's because you and I are normal. We would know that. This guy, again, this is the kind of person that does hurtful things to me and Kat. They're fucked up in the head. He actually thought that this was something to be proud of, that he had done this, when most of us are like, this guy's a fucking no-load mentally ill retard. Like, what's he doing? What? I don't read it as, this means that someone's going to, come jump me at the cookie store. What I read this as is they're going to try to work with someone who works there to fuck with my order, right? To either fuck it up so it's the wrong thing, or, fast food, they'll spit in your burger or whatever. Like, they'll you know what I mean? Like, they're going to fuck with it and make it wrong or something. Now, here's the thing. You might say, well, Phil, why would anyone do that? Because obviously if they're working at the cookie store, they probably need that job. Why would they risk their job in order to mess with you? Well, you might ask that question and say, well, you're right. It's bullshit. Except I literally had someone last year who worked for my ISP, Comcast, and who was actually resetting my modem, who was putting nasty messages inside of it and renaming my wireless networks, which I had disabled. They were enabling the wireless networks and turning them on to say stuff that was insulting about me and my family members. So everyone who lived near me would see, look, a public wireless network that's insulting Phil. And this is documented that it happened. And I caught it when a tech came to my house, and we were looking in the modem, and we found the logins from an admin working at Comcast. And this person was so unhinged, they went on Kiwi Farms and posted up evidence that, yes, they do work at Comcast, and here's my account information. And then they ended up getting shit canned because of it. All right? So I just want you to think about that. Already, the extreme has already happened. Right? So do you think that I would put it past this thing at all? Do you think I would do that? Right? No. I would. Why would I disavow it? I believe that there might be someone who's dumb enough to say, I was convinced by someone on the internet that this person who ordered cookies is a bad person, so now I'm going to fuck up their order, right? I actually believe that. I'm sad that I have to believe it because I don't want to believe it. I want to have some kind of faith in humanity, that people are innately good and have morals. And if you're at a job, just because someone tells you that someone online is bad, that you would fuck with their order. But I actually don't believe it now. I actually think, yeah, that actually could happen. In reality, this kind of worked out I feel like this did work out in my favor. And the reason is, I don't think you guys liked the cookie goal anyway. Because like I said, the only reason that it was going to work or it was happening was because, well, excuse me, let me try this again. The only reason that I know that is because yesterday we had a hard time hitting the goals, right? We had a really hard time hitting those goals yesterday. And that tells me you guys just weren't so gung-ho for it, right? So that's all right. Now, the thing is, I shouldn't have to worry that if I go to a local business that there's some unhinged mental case working there who's going to fuck with my order. Do you understand? Like this post, like this guy posting shit like that should be fucking banned immediately. Like, dude, you just made a public threat towards someone you don't know who has nothing to do with you. You're saying you want either someone to fuck with their order or even fucking fuck them up like in real life. Get the fuck off of Twitter, right? But the thing is, I'm not going to do anything because I don't bother because it's not my problem. And quite frankly, I'm not going to sit here and fight every single case. You know what I'm saying? This is just stupid. I'm doing fun content this week, right? But today's React Day, and traditionally React Day is the day where I get the least attendance and the least support. No exaggeration. It's always React Day is the day that it's tough for me to get consistent support for whatever reason. So I feel like if the streak is going to end, it's ending today. Now, maybe you guys will make me eat my words. A lot of the times when I say that, then all of a sudden, boom, there you go. Then we get support again. But, and obviously, no, I'm not being defeatist. I'm not being negative or pessimistic here. I do know that we can have the goals hit today. But I will admit, when I'm streaming, sometimes it comes naturally. Some people are being very positive and they support, and that's amazing. It's become harder now. Like this, at first when I was streaming on Kick, super support. Now I'm streaming on Kick and I'm barely getting 50 viewers and I'm getting a few gifted subs a stream and that's it. I'm not saying I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's very different from how when I started. It's like, it's one thing if it just comes naturally. It's another if I have to ask and ask and ask and ask and ask. There's this stupid meme that my laugh sounds like ack. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when I laugh, do I say ack? You know, I'm not Kino Casino. I honestly don't think I'm built to be like Kino Casino, where they can sit there and they can be you know, doing that grift as long as they do. It gets exhausting and it gets intrusive to the content that I'm putting out, right? And I agree. So some people are like, you're doing it too much. No, I agree. But isn't it funny when I ask, I receive?
Dude, you know how rude it is to ask people about money?
And that's what they say, ask and you shall receive. If you don't bring it up, you're not going to get it. So, I don't know. What's the happy medium, right? I don't know.
What the fuck? Oh, hi.
Stop begging and get a job.
All right, thanks. Appreciate that. Thanks for the free kill.